you practiced with Jay and Gaz. Now,
Yeah.
Gaz was a South African champion. Jay's been second here in the States.
Mm.
So two very high level shooters. What did you think when you practiced with them?
Uh, I think our practices were really chill. Like the pre world shoot practices, we were, or at least I was. But I also believe they were in the same mindset of let's just kind of get the reps in, grease the grooves kind of thing.
Right.
Just get through the motions. No one was pushing super crazy because no one wanted to like trip or something. Training methodologies were pretty similar. Let's say we arrived in a stage that had, let's say it was a long course. We would break down that long course and do some short courses in the long course and
Mm.
do some medium courses in that long course. Do like three, four, five runs, do it reverse. Just pretty much get through the motions of that. And it was a nice, very nice warm up day uh, for me. But shooting with them was fun. I mean, like I wouldn't say like I learned nothing because you always learn something. I'm like, it's better to pass there, or it's better to go right first than left. You always learn like the smallest things, like what's their target sequence? Like, are they going for
Right.
this far board first or this near board? Why are they doing that? And then you just, kind of get to analyze that. Again, it's shooting with good shooters and then seeing how they do it and seeing how much you can apply that with yourself. But I didn't do too much of that because, of course, it was so close to the match, and it's like, why will I change my
Yeah.
my my
Yeah.
current
No, you don't want to do that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, it
That's
was
going to
super
lead to
fun.
problems.
Yeah. It was super fun. It was super fun shooting with Jay and Gaz and Sasha.
Yeah, I was going to say too. Yeah. I mean, it's just a couple of days before the world shoot, and you're able to practice with two competitors from other countries that just one, it's fun, and two, it's also one of those things like these guys, no matter what country you're from, it's not really any different.
Yep, yep. It's not different at all. It's the alphas on the board. It's hitting steel once and it falling. Everyone pretty much has the same and do it as fast as you can. I mean,
Right.
yeah, it's the same. It's the same pretty much thing with everyone.
Yeah, when I saw that in the video, I was like, man, that had to have been a fun time,
Yeah,
because I know Jay's personality. So I know that I don't know Gaz other than hearing him on a podcast,
hmm
but um but if Jay's there, I'm like, yeah, it's a pretty chill practice session. You know what I mean?
yes, definitely.
Now I do
And
have an odd question for you. Who was
yeah,
actually recording your shooting at the World Shoot?
me. It was me. It was me and anyone on my squad that was willing. But
Okay.
most of it was by Joanna Catalan, the wife of Alfredo Catalan, because she was also competing in, I think, the production optics female lady category for the Philippine team. So she was also there, but they didn't have the same schedule. So what would happen is
Right.
she would go with June, and June would go with her on her schedules. So she would also film June's runs, and she would also film mine.
Okay.
But yeah, it was pretty hard filming the world shoot because people were. I feel like they were unnecessarily strict on like going in the stage and filming the stage. I mean,
Really?
yeah. I mean, how much of an advantage can you really get? Filming the stage
If you're
inside.
filming a stage, you're not getting any advantage because
Yeah.
you're focused on the shooter. You know what I mean? You're not focused on like, oh, can I see this target from this
From
position?
here, yes,
Right.
exactly.
You're not doing any of that. You're literally
Yes,
focused on getting that camera video footage. You
yeah.
know, it's like
And even, I mean, I have my Insta 360
right,
on my hat, right? And I do video my walkthroughs uh, for as part of the video. But even if, I show someone a walkthrough of that stage, you're not gonna gain any advantage.
right,
Like, well, what are you gonna gain? Like the swinger timing of something, but on the day it's gonna be different. I mean, like it's gonna be slightly different. Like that swinger's gonna feel further than what my camera can capture.
correct.
So I don't know. It was just kind of weird. Like, why are we not filming? Like, because
Well,
again, in our sport, yeah, I mean, the growth of it, like cameras aren't so welcome, I guess, somehow.
yeah, I feel like IPSD still feels like you gain too much of an advantage if you're able to see the full stage before you do your walkthrough, which I'm like, here in the States, I don't know if you've ever shot a match here, but with USPSA, you can walk the entire stage the day before. Like you can walk all the way down in the impact at the berm if you wanted and walk around behind the targets.
Yeah. Oh, there
There's
you go.
no restriction at all.
There you go. Maybe walking the stage but I mean, an advantage? I don't think so.
But
Just like,
if everybody has the same opportunity, isn't it an
then it's fine.
advantage? It's not
Yeah.
an advantage. Yeah.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Because
Yeah.
if people are willing to go there a day before and walk the stage, then I guess so. But it's probably due to scheduling purposes as well, because it was a tightly packed match. 2
Yeah.
weeks, the pre-match and the main match. I guess they wouldn't allow people to just randomly walk the stage if no one was there. That kind of makes sense, I guess. But like
Maybe.
filming, you know, eh,
Yeah, filming, you're talking about a two-dimensional plane versus like you said, when you get there and walk it, you're like, "Oh, that target's closer or farther than it looked in the video."
yes, exactly, exactly.
That's what we've actually been using drone footage for our
Mm,
walkthroughs, and then you can actually see the distance from
yeah.
a shooting point to the target. That makes a
Yeah.
difference.
Yes, 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 yes. But I mean, either way, it's like I really believe that it comes down to the skill on the day. Like,
100%.
yeah, no matter how much you plan and dissect and all of that, if the guy
That's
fumbles a reload in the stage, that's it. Like he's gonna not win the stage.
all right. I'm gonna pose another question to you. Here you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
Here's the scenario. Emil, Jacob, and Edsel are allowed to walk the stage the day before. Eric can only walk it during his walkthrough. Are they beating him? No.
No, I mean,
My answer is no. He's
no,
still
no.
going to beat them.
Yeah, or if ever they do beat them, it isn't because of that. Like
Oh,
maybe
right, right,
maybe Eric had a really bad day or something like that, right? It definitely would not be because of that, just because of
right.
that.
Exactly.
So yeah,
It
I know.
wouldn't have changed the results.
Yeah, but then, I do believe that walking the stage right before you're gonna shoot it creates a sense of that's when the pressure starts. Like
Sure.
that's where the game starts, and that's the beauty of it. I personally haven't shot a match wherein I walked the stages before. Maybe that pressure is different once you see.
I
So
don't think so.
yeah, there you
Because,
go.
especially like on a day two and a day three, where now you have standings, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
where you are in the order, then that seems to kind of ratchet up the pressure.
yes, that's where the pressure comes from, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yep.
100%. Um, I'm trying to see. I assume you were just using a cell phone for that she was using to video you
Yeah, with the
actually
phone.
shooting. Okay.
This phone, yeah, yeah, yeah. I just
All right. Now I want to get into the actual world shoot for a moment
yeah, yeah.
because there were a couple of things in the video specifically that I picked up on to ask you about.
Yeah, okay, all right.
No, number one, once we're talking mental pressure, number one on stage 3, you had a mic and a no shoot.
Oh
How bad did that, or how little did that affect you? How much or how little did that affect you?
yeah.
Because that's early in the
Yes.
match.
And that was the first long course.
Oh, okay.
That was the first long course of my match, and that was early in the match. Uh, and then the next stage was a short course, and then I think I threw in another mic.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure that I threw in another mic, or it wasn't another. Sorry, it wasn't another mic. I clearly remember that the next stage after that, because I mean after stage three, it was a long course. My time was on point, but I threw in a no shoot because I went for a risky plan, getting those no shoots
Hmm.
a little bit further than the other competitors on how they did it. But at the same time, I think it was like the sun or whatever. It wasn't the sun. It was just lack of skill. It wasn't the sun. It was lack of
It,
skill. Anyway, it
so it
happened.
was a riskier plan, is the
Yeah, it
problem.
was a riskier plan.
Okay.
I put three in the target because I called the no shoot, but then there was another target in the front that I put a mic in. I was moving it back. This is so cool that I just remember this, right? It was three full boards, one, two, three, four, moving back the third board to connect to another board. So this board, put two in while moving back. Second shot, probably missed it. And then I continued with my run. And then eventually I discovered one miss here and one no shoot over in the first array of targets. Um, how did that affect me then and there? Um, uh, how I dealt with it was pretty much what did I feel? I was pretty much like an okay. I think that's the best way to describe it. I was like,
Okay.
"Oh, okay, that sucks, but it happens." So then I move on to the next stage, and I execute it in a way that was pretty much another miss, like the equivalent of another miss. That's when it kind of got me. I'm just like, oh
Oh, so mistake when you compounded the mistake the next stage,
yeah,
that's when it really affected you.
yeah, yeah. Was it anything specific in that stage? No, again, lack of skill. Like I don't know. But day one was really cold, you know? Day one was really cold for me and I believe for us Filipinos because that was only the second time I've ever shot in the cold. Cold for me is wait, let me compute in
I
Fahrenheit.
was going to ask how cold. I mean, we had negative temperatures here recently.
I,
That's cold to me.
yeah.
And
To me,
negative Fahrenheit, which means even more negative Celsius.
yeah. To me, it was I think it was about like 7 Celsius, which is about 44.
Right. Yeah, that's I'll get hot at 44, 45. I will get hot. Now I'll wear a thin longer sleeve, but
Yeah.
like this past weekend, I shot a local match, a local club match,
Yeah.
and it started in the mid 40s. And I was just
Yeah.
wearing a thin undershirt with a jersey, and I was perfectly fine. Once it got over 50 degrees, I started sweating. I'm like, I'm getting hot now. I was
Yeah.
like, I need to take some clothes off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But to us, I mean, the
You're
general
used to much warmer temperatures all the time.
I mean, the Philippines, the coldest it gets here is 75.
You've heard me mention mental management on here before, whether it was Steve Anderson, Megan Sullivan, or Don Grant. Well, now you can sign up online, participate from the confines of your own home, and get 10% off with Steve Anderson. Just go to andersonshooting.com, click on the training tab at the top, select any online mental management class, and use code CSP10. That's CSP10 for 10% off the cost of the class. In the infamous words of Steve Anderson, get to work. Yeah.
And that's
So
like,
yeah, 55 would be cold for you.
yeah, yeah. And it wasn't 55, it was like
It was
40 something.
45. Yeah, that's
That's
cold. That would be
45.
really cold.
Yes, yes. So again, adapting to the weather and like how that was, I was putting on like a puff jacket before the
Okay.
stage started and taking it off when it was my
Right.
turn to shoot. So again, mileage, right? I mean,
Exactly. Yeah.
so like me not knowing how to deal with that, I just had to deal with it during world shoot. So it is what it is. So on the fourth stage, I threw in pretty much another miss. But on the fifth and sixth stage, I was okay. And at the end of day one, uh, I was not used to that. Like that was the thing that I wasn't used to. Seeing the scores on the first day and just like scrolling down to see where I was. I think I was like 25th, 26th, 20 something.
22.
22.
You were
22.
22nd because that was the
Yeah,
other part of the question I had for you.
yeah, yeah. What was the question? Other
Well,
part?
you went from 22 at the end of day 1. You ended
Yeah.
up being 7th, but what did that feel like going into day 2 knowing you did not shoot nearly as well as you had
Yeah.
expected? This
Yeah.
time you have expectations. You didn't
Yeah.
have expectations in Thailand, now you do.
Exactly. Exactly. What was the feeling going into day two? Uh, well, remembering, right? Remembering how day one ended for me, it was a lot of prayer. I mean, for me personally, it was a lot of prayer on my end. On the end of day one, I was just like, oh man, I was praying, I was feeling bad. I was like, oh man, I trained for this. All of the thoughts just came in. Like, I trained for this. My wife isn't here. I had just our newborn was just born at that time because the match was what, September. My second child
Yeah.
was born in June. So like I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like in my head, I'm like, leaving my 3 month. All of these thoughts just went in. Like,
Mm.
all of these thoughts just came in on, let's say, the night of day one. So how I personally dealt with that was I prayed. I prayed a lot. I prayed, and I was just like, oh, offered it up to God, and pretty much prayed for the match. I prayed that I'd have fun. I prayed that I'd shoot. I pretty much said, but then, well, if this is what I can do now and how I can perform now, and it just turns out to be this, then all right. Like that's how I pretty much felt. And that's what I told God. I was just like, but then if this is what it is, then okay. At least I hope to have fun, like in the match. So yeah, going into day two, that was okay. My newborn just went in, but he's okay. Um, that was that was it. That was it. Going to day two, I was like, let's just try and do our best. Let's attack these next six stages and see how it goes. Hopefully, better. Also, our schedules, because on the first day, I think our first stage was 6:30 or 7 a.m.
Yeah, it was early.
Yeah, it was quite early. So let's say I think it was 7:30 or 7 to 9. On the next day, it was 9:15 to 12. So again, the temperatures were better. You know,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So as the days went on, my shooting got better. Was it the prayer? Was it the mental mindset? Was it the weather? I believe it's a combination of all of that. You know, going into things, it was just really it was really fun. It was actually really fun. I enjoyed the match. Going into day two, I had that fresh mindset of, well, let's just do what we can do, kind of thing. Do what we
Right.
can do, do our best, and hopefully it's enough for me to be not satisfied, but enough for me to be happy. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
As you crept back up the leaderboard, like
yeah.
did the pressure intensify?
Uh no, not
Okay.
really. I don't super think so. Because I believe day two I had a good day. Day three I had a better day than day two. Then day four I had as good of a day as day three. So on my last day, in terms of pressure, I didn't really feel that pressured because I also knew the gap to actually I didn't super know the gap to podium. I didn't like computing these things uh,
Okay.
during the match because I guess that's just how I compete. I was just like, well, it's not much use computing these things because what'll matter is how I do on that day. If I overthink this, it might affect my performance too much. So that's why I just don't really look at that pretty much. Also, not unless I knew I was super close to like first or to the podium, which I don't think I was. I think I
So
was
maybe if
about
you were top 5, you would be
yeah,
looking because then you're close enough that you're either in or you're out. You know what I mean?
yeah, correct, correct, correct. This by this point, I was just hoping to be eighth or better, like same as
Okay.
Thailand or better. Turned out to be
Okay.
better, so I was okay.
So, okay, well I'm going to throw in a widget here. What about 2029 Italy? Do you expect to be 6th or better?
Oh, so in terms of expectation, I don't like expecting anything from myself.
Oh.
I think I also it depends on what division I'll be joining because
Oh.
I don't think I
Mm.
fully decided that I'll be sticking to the classic division. Like this year, I really want to dabble in the
Optics.
optics or limited optics division just because I want to learn to shoot an optic just because. Um, so it really depend on the division I choose. If it's like the optics division or production optics division teamed with Edsel or whoever in the optics division, I think I wouldn't have expectations of myself. Not unless I really have a good gauge of where Edsel is or how I am to Edsel, like how close I am to Edsel at that point. But then not really too many expectations. In terms of the classic division, if I choose to stay, uh, I think I'm learning that when you don't put certain expectations on yourself, besides that you do better, you also just have fun. Have fun with the match, enjoy the match a little bit more, not have that looming thing over your head that, oh, I have to do this, I have to be, a certain place or whatever. So that's my mindset, like going into it. I mean, in my head also, I'm like, I'm not getting paid to do this anyways. So it's like,
Right.
what's the pressure to become like I have no sponsors. I have some small sponsors like my grip, some shirts, Shooters Global, my timer. But in terms of like raw ammunition or like a gun, like nope, I don't have any sponsors.
You're self-sponsored, huh?
Not what?
You're self-sponsored. You sponsor
Yep,
yourself in that
yep.
regard. Yeah.
So like there is no pressure, to like perform for my sponsors. But if ever I do get a sponsor, I bet it isn't pressure to do well in a match, but more put out more content on my YouTube That would be the pressure, not like
Okay.
super doing well in a match. So yeah, for me,
Okay.
yeah, for me the goal is to enjoy, enjoy these matches, these upcoming matches. This year, 2029, we'll see how it is.
All right. So I have two questions.
Yeah,
As you were talking, they popped into my head. So I'm going to ask two. So do you know who Tim Herron is?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I met him.
I figured you would because he shot classic also.
Yes, 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 yes.
He told me when we were chatting that he went over there with a gun to shoot nine, and he's like, I should have brought my major power factor gun because the stages were better suited for major power factor scoring.
They were major friendly. Yes.
Okay, so they were major friendly. You agree? Do you wish you had brought a major power?
No,
No. So you're sticking with the nine regardless of stages.
because I've only shot nine.
Okay. All
But
right.
that's why I would stick to my nine, because again, I don't I haven't really like dabbled with too many different guns. Like I've
Okay.
only run like the yellow gun that you saw was my
Hmm.
first gun, like in
Oh
2021.
wow.
Yeah, and I still use
Okay.
it. So it's fine. I haven't really dabbled too much. Like I don't tinker too much with my equipment. I'm not that type of shooter. I should be. I mean, I should know how to like slightly tune my gun, or stuff like that. But most of the time, to be very honest with you, like when my gun jams, I'm just like, gunsmith, my gun's jamming. Here you go. It's sort of that, like, to
There are
me.
plenty of people like that.
Yeah,
That's not a problem. Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now the other question is, do you think you would be better suited for production optics? And I ask that because you shoot what we call classic division would be a low capacity division where you're
Mhm.
limited to, 9 or 10 rounds. Production is limited to 15. Do you think all of your mileage with low capacity classic would translate better to production optics, which is a lower capacity?
Okay, so I have an answer to that. I believe that when you get good in a certain division, there are certain things that you get good at managing. You know, so for me, I do believe, I'm sure that I will manage my bullets very well if you give me 50% more ammunition in the magazine, because it's 10, then it goes to
Right.
50, right?
Right.
So it's a lot. It's like a lot to me, right?
Right.
But at the same time, I'm so good at managing ammunition, but at the same time, I have yet to master and perfect my priority for speed, because the game in classic is, don't make mistakes. Like, don't have a makeup shot here. Don't put 3 rounds on. Let's say you're faced with a port that has 9 rounds, right? If you have two extra makeup shots, you're gonna be stuck with an open slide, and you're gonna
Yeah.
take that over to the next port. So the game in classic is, don't make that mistake, so that you'll have 10 plus 1 going to the next port. So that that management skill of managing ammunition is really good. But at the same time, the priority for speed, let's say in production, that, 3 shots at a certain speed might be better than two really slow shots. Going at a certain speed for production or production optics might be better, or running a bit faster, or uh, I've yet to master that part, or optimizing my draw, optimizing my speed in between ports. In classic, it's super not really it's not really about that, but it's more like, oh, when I get there, when I get there, I'm ready to not make mistakes. In other divisions that have more bullets, it seems like you're kind of ready to make a little bit more mistakes in terms of using your ammunition, and there's space for that, which I don't super understand yet. And that's exactly why I want to get into a division that has much more bullets than
Okay.
division to prioritize speed.
Right. Focus on other things and
Yes.
less about managing your bullets. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I,
Yes. Yes.
I also, part of that question too is I also feel like the optics division in IPSC or limited optics in the States is more closely related to the gun that you use now anyway. So there's
Yep.
the only real difference is taking your the gun you use and put an optic on it, but it's double stack.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. So to answer your question, like, do you think I'm more suited in the production optics division or even the optics division? Um, I honestly don't know. We need to find out by
Yeah.
me trying
Yep.
it.
I agree.
So yeah. So I'm gonna find out maybe this year.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
you think you're going to shoot some type of optic division all year?
Likely. Currently, I have a CZ Shadow 2 with an SRO on it.
Okay.
That's what I'm currently shooting. What I would like to happen is have a gun probably built maybe by Matrilio, but I might just stick with my Shadow 2 depending on my commitment to the sport this year. Uh, but yeah, that's all year. Maybe. I would like to try it. I would like to try that. I would shoot optics the whole year just to see, just to get in the reps.
Did you see that new CZ TS3?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw
Oh my goodness.
that looked very nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That does look very very nice. That looks like
yeah.
a very well thought out pistol.
Yep. Maybe, yeah, maybe that gun. But then I mean, buying a gun here in the Philippines is sort of a kind of a tedious process in a way, wherein you walk in a gun store and you say, "Oh, I want to buy this gun." It takes about 2 to 3 months for the gun to get to your hands.
Is that due to the legal requirements in the Philippines or what why is that such a long process?
Yeah, the legal requirements or the 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 government body in charge of releasing firearms is slow.
Okay.
To put it simply, they're slow.
Okay.
Lot of papers to sign, a lot of things to process, and
Bureaucracy. Yep.
yeah, the bureaucracy of things. Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
and I think that's also why I haven't really dabbled with too many other guns.
Well, and that makes sense. Yeah, that would definitely prevent a lot of people from dabbling in a lot of guns. Because I
Yeah.
mean, at that point, you're only buying three guns a year, maybe
Yeah,
just due to the process.
yeah.
Whereas here, you could go in and buy three guns and walk out with them
Exactly.
in
Yeah.
the same
Also,
day. You know.
yeah. Also, the pricing is very different here. I was
Okay.
telling Jay and Gaz that a CZ Shadow 2 here costs about in dollars like 3,500, something like that, 3,600.
Wow.
Yeah. An orange CZ Shadow 2 orange costs
Okay.
about that much. So like, like having to buy the gun, really wait for it, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So if that other company builds you one, is that easier to get? Because like, could you buy it and then go through the whole process of all the paperwork and everything while they're building it?
Yes, you could, but
Okay.
they're actually not worse, but then they have a long waiting time.
Okay.
They have a year,
Oh wow.
a
Okay.
year waiting time. But I think As an athlete, they kind of prioritize making my gun if ever
Mm,
yeah,
okay. Since you compete, they'll put you
yes,
higher up on the
yes, yes.
list.
And I think
Okay.
I represent their brand very well. It's like the
I would
only
say
gun.
so. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Now, you used the word athlete. Do you do anything physically to prepare for shooting and competing? Like, do you do any specific workouts for shooting?
No. I like
Okay.
for shooting, no. But do I work out in the gym to keep up general fitness? Yes. I lift weights, I squat, bench, deadlift, you know. But generally just gym things, bicep
Okay.
curls, lat pull downs, some pull
So
ups,
no agility type stuff.
no agility type stuff.
Okay.
Again, I think I am a other people should train better. Like this is not the way to train. You should do your agility work. You should work outside of the range, but I don't. I don't, man. Like it's not. Uh, I believe they're better athletes than me, and they deserve it. Good for them.
Thomas, I think you're the best world class shooter that is a casual shooter that I've had on this podcast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Legit casual shooter, right? I mean,
Yeah, yeah. You are
yeah,
literally like the definition of casual shooter, yet you're seventh in the world.
yeah, well, yeah.
What in the world? That's crazy. That's
Yes,
funny
yes,
too.
yeah. And if you ask me if I dry fire, I
That was going to be another one that I was coming up on.
uh, do I dry fire? Coming up on the world shoot, uh, I think I dry fired. Well, I was in the range. I was in the range like 3 times a week. So three
Okay.
times a week, I believe I was spending about at the height of it, at the peak of it, like let's say 3, 4 weeks before World Shoot, maybe 3 weeks, just 3 weeks. I was spending about 5 to 650 rounds per session. So 3 sessions of 500 to 650 rounds. And then would I dry fire? Maybe once a week.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, like once. And this is just like a 15, 20 minute session kind of dry fire. Do I recommend that people dry fire on top of that? Yes. Yes. If you want to get better, you should definitely dry fire. But I was not dry firing.
So, on a year like this year, you're after the world shoot. That was done in September. You've got another 4 years before the next one rolls up. What
Mhm.
does this year training look like for you? Are you
Okay.
dry firing much? Are you going to the range much? Or are you just basically shooting matches?
Okay. So I haven't shot the match since like I haven't shot my gun
Okay.
since November.
Wow, that's a long break.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Because of I think it's a conscious decision, like not shooting as much. I don't think this year. Hopefully, I will be shooting less. Um, but I think I'll be joining the qualifiers for Australasia next year in the optics division, and
Okay.
that is like 8 matches or 9 matches this year. So what I plan to do is shoot twice before each match. That's it.
Okay.
I will go. Let's say the match is Friday. Let's say the match is usually the weekend, right? It's gonna be Thursday to Sunday, and you shoot the match in 2 days, Friday and Saturday. So let's say if
Okay.
the match is Friday and Saturday, I'm gonna shoot on Wednesday and Tuesday,
Okay. Now,
and that's it.
with you shooting optics primarily,
Hmm.
Will that have you dry firing more?
I don't super know. I mean, I'm not really. My commitment with shooting this year will be less. Will be less. So will I
Okay.
be touching my gun, dry firing? Not really. I wouldn't say so. I would like to, but at the same time, I it's like as you say, like I'm a casual shooter, but then I think I would like to be even more of a casual shooter.
I can make you a guest host.
So I think that's like
Uh,
the goal for this year. You know, just shoot the qualifiers, shoot like once or twice before that match, and then compete. See how that goes, and then see how the year goes. Because of certain commitments to like work and like just stuff that I need to just
family.
yeah,
Yeah.
family, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
get that. That makes sense.
Yes, 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 yes. And I mean,
Wow.
it's the perfect time to do it this year because World Shoot is 3 years from now. 4 years, 3 years from now. So
Right.
I've got the time. I've got the leeway to not train because when
Right.
20 let's say when 2028 January hits and the qualifiers for World Shoot 2029 start rolling in, that's when training will ramp up again, and so it's a
Okay.
good time to like I don't know, play golf or something.
And be judged on your recovery.
Yeah.
Do you golf? Do you do other hobbies?
uh what do I do? I go to the gym. Today I went to jujitsu, but that was just I'm
Okay.
trying out, seeing how that is. Uh, it's a lot of work meetings and traveling here and there. That I that's why I'm not on the range. Like it's meeting,
Right.
it's work, it's flying, it's going to Japan with my wife. Pretty much, she just arrived. Um, but it's all of the other stuff.
Right.
But yeah, 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 yeah. It's what else do I do? That's pretty much it. Like family, gym, work, a lot of work.
Yeah, it
Lot
sounds
of-
like it. Sounds like a
yeah,
lot of travel for work, which takes up a
yeah,
lot of your time. So
yes, 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 yes.
now
And
have you ever traveled for work and then go, hey, it'd be a neat place to shoot a match?
have I done that? Have I done that in the state?
As he asks somebody standing off camera.
My wife, she knows. Uh,
Oh, that's funny.
we we were in. I think it was the states, as she said. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, we were there in 2021. We had a meeting to go to. I mean, because when we do travel for like work, we kind of extend that trip to, you're already in the United States, so you might as well stay a little bit longer and enjoy the stuff
Right.
Americans can
Yeah, I
enjoy.
get that. Yeah.
So that's pretty much what happened in the States when I was there. I was there December 2021, but we were in Houston in January, and me and my younger brother, we did shoot a match. We did shoot a match when we were there. Yeah,
Okay. What did
yeah,
you
yeah.
think of that?
It was fun. It was super fun. People were very friendly. It was a USPSA match, and then it was a like a lot of steel targets, but not like just draw and steal. It was like an all steel match.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, I we have done that, but that was like the only time. That was like the only time it happened. Like, oh hey, there's a match here. But I think I can do that. I can't do that so much because number one, it's like if ever I travel for work and the trip is extended, my wife and kids might be there, or my South Africa? No, no. Yeah, yeah. I was in South Africa, in 2023 for a church convention. And on like during the time I was there was a match on the weekend, but I was trying to figure out like how to like rent and get gear and all of that.
Mm,
So it didn't happen, you know. That's
okay.
really more of the struggle for our sport, right? I mean, that would be great, like to be able to do that. But now I feel like I'm more equipped to do that. Like the next time, for example, I go to the States, I have a lot of people to call and be like, "Oh, do you know someone in this area? Because there's a match here, and I'm here, but I don't have anything on me." you know,
Right.
so, it's just guys from the community because our community is super nice. I mean, the guys
Yeah.
from our community are very nice. If you just start talking to them, everyone's very accommodating because we share the love for our sport.
Right.
So if this guy is here visiting, for sure, like let's contact this guy, and so now I feel more prepared to do that after attending Australasia and my second world shoot and meeting all of these guys. So if I go to the States, I feel like I can do that. If ever I go to South Africa, I feel I can do that. They're having also a very nice community up in Saudi Arabia. In they're growing their community there. There were about
Wow.
13, yeah, 13 people that attended the world shoot, and surprisingly, most of them knew me from YouTube, and because they had a level 3 that they were advertising sometime, and then I just approached them and I was just like, "Hey, can I shoot that match?" Pretty much like that. So, I mean, meeting all these people from different parts of the world, I just feel more prepared to be able to do that, to like travel while I'm not bringing a gun and kind of find out if there's a match. If there's a match, oh, let's shoot it. Let's shoot 6 stages, 8 stages, or something like that. So yeah, I hope to do that. I actually hope to do that this year, since I might be traveling a little bit more, like out of the country.
When you were in Houston, how did you get guns and equipment to shoot that match?
Oh, so during that time, we closely worked with Johnny Lim
Oh, okay.
of Cat Guns. So he sent some guns over, and we bought them. We
So
bought some
did you
guns.
shoot open or was it like more like limited?
No, yeah, it was limited. Limited,
Okay.
yeah. First time, first time shooting high cap, and it was fun.
That's what made you go, "Hey, this is kind of fun not having to manage all these bullets."
Uh, I can just keep shooting and not let go of my gun.
Yeah. It's like, wow, it never runs out. It's like
Yeah,
Hollywood.
yeah, yeah. Ay, ay, ay.
So let's talk about now let's get back to the whole thing about growing the sport.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Because that's a topic we talk about over here. Like, how do you actually grow the sport?
yeah. I so so I have a YouTube. It's Thomas Shoots. Science over there, right there above my
Right
head.
above you. Yep,
Yeah.
Thomas shoots.
So Thomas Shoots is the YouTube I created. Uh, I don't know which year, 2021 or 22. I just created that page because you spend a lot of money in this sport, right? It's no secret
Yeah.
that you spend a lot of
Yeah.
money in the sport. So I said to myself, I'm like, man, we're spending so much money in the sport, but I'm decently good at it. So I was like, oh, why don't I just document it like somehow? Like I want to not just post the videos, but I want to talk. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about, but I'm gonna talk. Because this is the story I always tell people. When I'm like 50 or 60 or 70, when I'm a grandfather, or that I'm that old-ish guy, and someone in the room says, "Oh yeah, your uncle Thomas used to be a champion shooter." I don't want to be that uncle elderly man saying yeah, and then when they ask you, really, where's the proof? And you have nothing to show for it, you know. So I told myself that I'm making all of these vlogs to be like, oh, here you go, this is the video, you know, all of these
Okay.
matches. And it turns out that people actually liked it. I was like, hey, people watch the vlog, and it's super fun.
Yeah, I think a lot of shooters follow a lot of shooters. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yes.
how do you make it so that people who aren't shooters are interested in watching the videos and watching the competition? Because myself and a few people over here in the states have been trying to live stream stuff, but what I'm finding, like live stream matches,
Yeah.
that people don't watch the live stream. They'll watch the snippets afterward.
Mm,
But I think it's the fact that, having to sit down and watch something for hours
yeah.
isn't what people have time to do, and it's not
Yes.
attractive. So now it's like, okay, maybe I record the match with different cameras on different stages and then
Yeah.
put together like a highlight reel, and then
Yes.
maybe that will also appeal to people outside of the sport.
Yes. I think because I not constantly think about this, but then this thought has always been in my head. I I believe because I believe our sport is too fast to comprehend.
Okay.
Like to a non-shooter,
So tell
they
Edsel to slow down, is what I'm hearing.
yeah. I mean, to a non-shooter, seeing a run by Eric Ruffel, by Bro Texon, by Edsel Gino Khalil, even myself, uh, when a non-shooter sees that, they're like, "Whoa, you're shooting very fast. That's great." And then they see another thing, they see the same thing on the next video, and they're like, "Oh, you're still shooting fast." So I believe that explanation of the sport is in order,
Yeah.
right? It's more of these guys that create the highlight reel wherein you compile. It's so hard to do because let's say let's say there are 6 stages shot in a day, right?
Okay.
And let's say you just have 5 shooters to look at. So these five, they shoot the stages in a certain order, and then while they're shooting that, you have to tabulate each of their scores and break down why this guy beat this guy and how he beat them. But it's all in numbers. So
Right.
that's just too complicated, let alone, I mean, for us to do, but let alone a non shooter to comprehend.
Right.
So I really believe it comes down to explanation. Explanation in very simple terms. Like, if I was to do it, it would be something like some sort of a highlight wherein in this stage, this is what happened. This guy won. Let's say this guy won. He gained 10 points over everyone else. Right? And then let's say you're in stage two, this guy won. Stage three, this guy won. And then in stage four, you kind of go, this guy won again, but the guy who was consistently winning made a mistake, and this is how much points he lost. Like, if we can do that, I think it would be more relatable to a non-shooter because you immediately understand that because the non-shooter starts to be like, oh, because he was just a little bit slower here, um this guy's better. Like there's instantaneous knowledge. It's making the non-shooter know what's happening, which is super hard. It's super hard.
It is. It's not as simple as golf where it's like, oh, he hit the ball wrong, so now he's in the woods.
Yes.
It's not that simple.
Yes, 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 yes.
It's much more
So
complicated.
until we figure that part out, like how to do that very well, it isn't gonna it isn't gonna garner attention from a common person. I mean, the best way that I can think of on how it might garner more attention is if you have more people like me who vlog their matches and it becomes very personal. Like, oh, this is how I grew. This is how I felt during this time. But anyway, we're gonna hang out with this community. It's more highlighting the people around it. The the training, but not too much of it. To for them to be able to digest that. And I
Right.
believe if you have more of me, people that are pretty young-ish, it also inspires the next generation that, oh, he's pretty young, I can do that too.
Right. They can relate to you guys who are younger than the older guys for
Yes,
sure.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
So I,
100%.
I I believe it kind of starts there, like, creating more content in a way that's friendly to a non-shooter. It's really that, but it's really hard. I mean, like, I've been thinking about it. Like, I've been thinking about how to put out new-ish content, but at the same time, how casual I am after this whole
Right.
conversation. It's
Yeah.
like this is my vlog is just kind of that, and it's for me.
Yeah, it's
Some things are new, so but then yeah.
yeah, you're not I mean, there are people who have YouTube channels that they help drive sponsorship and other stuff,
Yes.
but that's not what you're doing. Yours is
Yeah.
just more of a personal journey.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So, which I
Yes.
think sometimes can be more attractive because it is more about you and less about the shooting. Whereas people who are trying to drive sponsorship and other stuff, it's very shooting focused,
Yeah, it is. It is. It is.
which can at times, like I find boring at times. I'm like, yeah, I don't care but that's why my podcast is the way it is. It's about you. It's not, we talk shooting, but really we've been talking about Thomas this entire time.
Well, yeah,
You know what I
yep.
mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
all personal. It's your vision, it's your view of shooting, it's how, your whole personal journey
Yeah. Yeah.
with some
Pretty much.
shooting thrown in.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Correct, correct,
So,
correct.
are you excited for Italy?
It's so far from now, but yes.
But I mean, have you been to Italy before?
Yes, 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 I have.
Okay.
I've been there 3, 4 times.
I
Yeah, yeah.
mean, if you go to Rifle World Shoot, you could go to Mongolia instead. I mean, would you rather
Yeah.
go to Italy or Mongolia?
I think I'd want to go to Italy. Yeah, yeah.
I think most people would. I've been to Italy, so I almost would be like, huh, I wonder what it'd be like in Mongolia. Be
Yeah, yeah.
different. Be different for sure.
Be different for sure. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Are you gonna try to take your wife or any of your family to
I'm pretty sure that
Italy?
this time she's gonna go
Okay.
because at that, I mean, we'll see, but it's Italy. That's one thing, and the other thing, hopefully, my kids are a little bit older. I have a 3-year-old and a 7-month-old.
Okay. So yeah, you'll have like a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old basically at the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Do you
doable.
think you would take them or do you think you would leave them with family and just you and your wife go?
I think I'm gonna take them.
Okay. Well, they
Yeah,
would definitely be more manageable, especially like the 7-year-old,
yeah,
you know, can do a
right.
lot of stuff, can feed himself, can
Yeah,
or
yeah,
you have
correct.
two boys, two girls, boy, girl.
A boy and a girl. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have kids as
It's
well?
I do, but they are almost your age.
Okay. Okay.
So one will be 26 in May and the other one will be 24 in September.
There you go.
So so mine are not little anymore, but I've been where you're at though. I've
Yeah,
lived those years,
yeah, 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 for sure, for
So
sure.
I can definitely relate. The scariest thing is making sure they don't wander off or nobody takes them off. You know, when they're that age, that's what you're constantly like. Where are they? Make sure they're here with me.
Yeah. Correct.
So it's all about their safety. So and taking care of them. And I so I know too, like how much time that takes in your life to do that.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know, so
Exactly.
between work and kids that young, it's hard to do much of anything else.
Yep. Correct.
Well, Thomas, that's everything that I had that I wanted to kind of talk about and see where you're at. Was there anything that we didn't talk about you want to talk about real quick before we go?
Oh, no, no. I think we covered large.
Quite a bit.
Yep. Quite a
I mean,
bit.
we've been talking for 2 hours even now, so it's quite a bit.
My kid is my kid is coughing a lot. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All
Who's
right.
coughing?
Well, I do appreciate you coming on. I really do.
Thank you very much for having me, Dave. It was super fun talking to you, getting to know you, talking shooting sports and everything else.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Yeah. Correct. But yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for having
Thank
me.
thank you.